guys, and welcome back to another unboxing video. My name is Thomas, and today I'll be drinking another present from Groovy Brewery. This is a Grodziski, or something like that, which is a type of light lager, except also smoked. Cheers, guys. Wow, really good. Really good. Nice. So today I got what appears to be a huge package, but it's actually about a third empty. Still, it's more sizable than I thought it would be. So without further ado, let's dig in. Man, I really need to get a sharper knife. Let's get this thing out of the way. Looks like that might be upside down. Yes. Cool. Wow, it's really nice. I wonder if this style of beer is still common in Poland. Yeah, cool. There we go. Yeah, it's just a lot of packaging material, I guess. The box itself is not that big. Cool. There you go. It is the Maris 60 Pro magnetic switch keyboard. There you go. And this thing here on the side may remind you of something I reviewed before, the Gravistar keyboard, but it's not that. This is a release from Cerakey's, or Cerakey, I always forget which of the two it is. So Cerakey are obviously most well known for their ceramic keycaps, but now they've actually made a ceramic keyboard. A couple of other companies have already started making the keyboards, not just the keycaps ceramic, and I've already reviewed one or two of them even. Last one I think was one by Keychron, but I found that to be kind of debatable. The material that was made of was ostensibly some sort of ceramic, but it just felt way too light to, yeah, and it was just weird. It didn't feel as good as the keycaps from Cerakey did. So now I'm wondering what Cerakey's version of the whole keyboard is like. So, what does it say on the back? Ceramic magnetic switch keyboard, USB Type-C cable, blah blah blah. A bunch of whatever. So it seems like they went for a Hall effect keyboard, which was the correct choice, I think. I mean, they could have picked any switch they wanted, really. They just make their chassis, but I think a Hall effect is a very good choice. I'm a big fan of Hall effect, as most of you will know. I'm just thinking... Okay, I'm just going to cut this sleeve off, because it doesn't seem to want to give way all that much. It seems like there are two parts to this box. Oh, but it's actually not. It's just a big cover, top cover. Yeah, and it also opens. Yeah, it opens like this, like a sort of chest. Like, ta-da! Yeah. Oh, look at that! It's got a sort of hinge in it, so it, it propels the keyboard out of the box. Okay, well, this is a rather over-engineered box, if you ask me, but oh well. Wow. Excellent. A lot of smoked beers, very heavy, very strong in flavour. This one's nice and light, so you can savour the smoky flavour a bit better, I think, and it doesn't ruin your stomach. Okay, so also some accessories. We're going to look at them first before I look at the keyboard. Oh, look, it nicely presents itself for the camera like this. What a helpful little box. So first, USB cable. Yeah, looks pretty standard, braided. Well, looks pretty nice. A Ooh. Whoa. A rather lumpen looking keycap or switch puller. Looks a little bit too big to pull the switches, really, so I'm going to guess that this is for keycaps. I guess by maximizing the length, the surface area that it contacts, there's less chance of it breaking the ceramics, which makes sense. So far I've just been using standard wire pullers to pull Cerakey's keycaps and nothing is broken, but it makes sense that they would develop something like this for their own material. Then, do what you love, love what you do. Okay, what's in here? A manual and a warranty card. Whew, very small warranty card. And the well-known QC thing. Okay, there you go. Let's just declutterize. Then we have here the bump-ons or feet. Okay, 3 sets. Probably useful for the case. I'm going to guess that it doesn't have them installed yet. I think that's probably everything in here. Yes, that looks... Oh, look, it even hinges outward. I hadn't even noticed that. See? It's... Wow. I mean, I think this box could have been only about this height and maybe about this big to fit all this stuff in, but oh well, it's something unique at least. Cool. So now we have a look at the main course. Ooh. Get rid of that. There you go. The, what was it? Maris 60. The Maris 60 ceramic keyboard. Trying to not knock over my beer here. Looks pretty cool, I think. And the back as well. Look at that. Very unique. So, for those who are wondering, this sort of color scheme is, I think it's called ice cyan or whatever, but I wouldn't call this cyan. This looks more like a sort of light green, almost mint green, in fact. And they do also have the crazed blue colorway that I covered in the first Cerakey review. But I wanted to show something different. I may still show the crazed blue keycaps on here at some point, but this is a quite different effect. It's not the same sort of, well, it's not really texture, it's just what it looks like inside the glazing. Let me show you that up close. Maybe you can make it out a little bit better, like that. See, it looks a little bit like ice crystals or something in there. It looks really unique. Now, of course, this chassis isn't made out of steel, but it's quite weighty, I already noticed. Quite oh, crystal cyan, that's what this colorway is called. Now I remember, yeah. Yeah, it's really quite hefty. Now, of course, this is very smooth. It has an almost toilet-like or sink-like texture to it. I really like the effect inside the keycaps, though. So I once said that the nicest keycaps they had, at least at the time, was the crazed blue, and I may still think that. However, this one is also really cool. It's quite difficult to read the keycaps. May even be better actually without legends. I can't remember whether they did that or not. It might be better because it's hard to read and it kind of interferes with the effect. Excuse me, jeez. Whew. Whew. But yeah, it looks really cool. So the case itself doesn't have that effect. It's just sort of well, all over the same color really, and it's got Cerakey at the back, slightly embossed. It's cool. I'm happy that they start making this, because it makes sense for something. You know, if you make unique keycaps like ceramic ones, it makes sense that you also make a ceramic case. So I'm glad they finally did that. It's a bit of a shame that it's only a 60%. Of course, a ceramic battleship would have been would have been nice. But you know, still, who knows? Maybe something for the future. Still, it looks really cool. It's even got that effect, the ice crystal effect on the sides of the keycaps. I can't remember now whether the crazed effect had that as well. I thought that was just on the tops of the keycap, not on the sides, but I could be mistaken. It has been a while. I'm not entirely sure how they do it. The pattern does look like some sort of actual crystal formation or efflorescence or something of that sort. Yeah, so it really looks like they grow crystals inside this glazing or whatever it is they do, especially on the space bar on the left part. You can see it's a little bit more sparsely crystallized, and you can see some individual efflorescences. It's really cool. Nice. I completely forgot how much this keyboard costs, and I guess it's not really the point of this video anyways. It's not a review, but I will give it a quick mock typing. Ooh, interesting texture. So this part is very smooth, but this part, you can feel the excuse me, you can feel the crystals. The crazed set didn't have that. That was completely smooth, but this actually has textured tops. Interesting. So I'm going to do some fake typing. I could connect it, but what's the point? I think my neighbor is doing some sawing or cutting or whatever. It sounds like he's taking a chainsaw to a tree or whatever, so I apologize if that's interfering. That is not the sound that I had expected from this keyboard. Wow. That spacebar, holy shit. It's such a unique sound. When they did the keycaps, I think they originally undersold the sound profile that the keycaps make. And these ceramic materials give such a unique sound. Also, I feel like the texture might be partly due to the lettering. Yeah, so you can definitely see that the crystals come to the surface, so they impart some texture, but you can also feel the lettering. Definitely. So the unlettered version will be a tiny bit smoother, I guess. Yeah, it's such a unique texture. Wow, really interesting keyboard. So I'm really glad I took this on board. Now the bump-ons, they're already part of the bottom, I noticed, so I'm not entirely sure what these are for. Maybe for inside the chassis, but I kind of doubt it. But who knows? You can do whatever the hell you want with it, I guess. Anyway, I think I can have a little look actually at the switches. I was going to say I'm going to end the unboxing video here, but I can have a little look at the switches. Okay, they are blue. Very blue. Blue slider, blue housing, blue everything. Yeah. Definitely linear and Hall effect. Does it say what they are called? I mean, could be fucking anything, right? Could be HMX rice pudding or some other thing called like a dish or whatever. I think it might be on the sleeve. I don't know. Okay, does it say on here? No, I don't think it. No, it doesn't say the switch type in here. But I can look up exactly what it's called when this releases. I'm actually recording this way in advance. At the time of recording, this keyboard is not out yet, so they asked me to postpone the release of this until their product page is up. Maybe by that time I know what the switches are called, but well, it's basically just a linear Hall effect switch, right? In any case, I think I'm gonna call it here. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video, and see you next time.